Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from the beautiful Carolinas. Today's topic is going to be why the narcissist continues to lose. Think about that for a minute. Everyone, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and share. So in the narcissistic relationship, when you were in it, the narcissist was trying to win. They were in a competition with you, and they wanted to win at all costs. And the costs, again, they were your time, energy, love, empathy, money, your health, your support system, etc., your job, your hobbies. That was a big price to pay to be in that narcissistic relationship. We now know that. We understand that these people, i.e. the narcissists, they don't deserve to be in our life for 1 second once we've identified who they are. That is why we go no contact and block them, etc. But having said that, why the narcissist continues to lose? Because when they were in the relationship with you, they were manipulating you. They were keeping you in that devaluation stage. They did not want you to see behind the mask. They did not want you to believe in yourself. They did not want you to do anything other than the things that they wanted you to do, which is very simply, they wanted you to be the walking apology, the sounding board, the unpaid helper. They wanted to be able to dish out the punishment for you being you whenever they wanted to. The narcissist took you for granted. We now know that. They take each and every person that enters relationships with them for granted, which include their own kids, their own parents, their siblings, their romantic interests, neighbors, colleagues, business associates, etc. Because the narcissist always overplays their hand. And in their tiny little pea brain, what they do is they think the whole world revolves around them. They think that everybody else is just there to pump up whatever narrative they want to illustrate. That is why so frequently when you are in these relationships, they are the most challenging relationships to exit and to break free from, because you believe that you need the narcissist. And the exact opposite was, the key word is was, the truth. The narcissist needed you. You never needed them, but they painted the narrative and they placed you in that devaluation stage and the trauma bond, thinking that you could not go on without them. That is what they do. Remember, the narcissist is a master manipulator. And they know how to administer the abuse. They know how to do it insidiously, slowly, methodically. That is why the cycle continues to go on, but it will go on without you. And remember, the narcissistic abusive cycle, it goes love bomb / euphoric stage. That's when everything seems to be about it going as well as any relationship can go. But that's fake, it's not real. Second part's devaluation stage, when you're trapped in that narcissistic fog and you don't know how to get out of there, and you're trying to get back to the love bomb stage, but you only get little mini doses of love bombing to keep you around longer so the narcissist can extract as much of your resources from you. The third part is the ending of the narcissistic relationship. Either you ended it yourself or the narcissist discarded you. Either way, my heart goes out to you, because being in one of these relationships 1 minute longer than you need to be is 1 minute too long. And then at times, the fourth part of the cycle is a Hoover. Never, ever, ever accept a Hoover. A Hoover simply means the narcissist is running low on supply, or they're trying to test your temperature and see if you've healed and see if you've gotten the wisdom and if you figured out that they are a narcissist and if you were strong enough to go no contact and block them. Don't accept a Hoover. But that cycle will continue to go around and around and around. And unfortunately, it will go around, but it has to go around without you. Now, when I say unfortunately, I mean I wish the cycle would stop and I wish nobody would be in these cycles, but for a period of time, that was you. It certainly was me, but my hope is you are out of it and you're healing and you're headed towards the pinnacle of indifference, the mountaintop of indifference, where you no longer care about the narcissist or any people associated from that period of time who were toxic. Now, all these things I'm sharing, why the narcissist continues to lose, because they are a walking doomsday machine. They will blow up any relationship that they want to. And many times they blow up relationships simply because they can, because they have people believing in the false narrative. They have people believing in the mask. They have people believing in the words of the narcissist. That is why so frequently the adult children of the narcissist many times want nothing to do with them, because they've grown up and perhaps they've fallen in love and they have a stable or healthy relationship to now compare it to with the relationship that they had when they were a kid. Maybe the narcissist in their family when they were a kid was their mom or dad, maybe both. And now they understand what love actually is, and they weren't given love when they were younger. Because remember, the narcissist has no love, and there are people on the planet who do not have the ability to love or to fall in love. And the narcissist is clearly at the top of that list. The narcissist also has no empathy, and they don't care about anything other than destroying people's lives, driving wedges between people and whatever matters to them. taking their money, taking their time, taking their resources, blowing up any kind of wedge or blowing up any kind of relationship they can. And that's what they did with you. It's certainly what they did with me. But why the narcissist continues to lose? Because eventually all the skeletons in the closet of their past will come back to haunt them. Now, are they going to haunt them as in a zombie apocalypse? No, that's not going to happen. What's going to happen is when the narcissist's cell phone battery dies one time, when they're on a plane or a train or an automobile, or maybe they don't have cell phone service in the middle of the desert or something, they're going to have to think, and they're going to have to really understand that there's nobody there with them. It's just them and their tiny little brain, and they're going to have to do some ruminating themselves and realize, number one, that the best thing they ever had, which was you, got away. Not only did you get away, but you healed, and you've elevated your life, and you're now thriving, and the doors of abundance are opening up for you because you've done something that most people don't do. You were in the narcissistic relationship. It almost took you down for the count, but it didn't. You healed. You found that needle in a haystack. You slowed your life down. You rebuilt. You took stock of all the relationships that you were a part of. You let some people go. Other people vetted themselves, i.e. flying monkeys, etc. And then you said to yourself, wait a minute, this is actually peaceful. I can sleep in as late as I want to. I can go to bed whenever I want to. I don't have somebody blowing up my phone. I don't have to be doing the endless to-do list for a person who is completely ungrateful and they're actually smug and they believe that they're entitled to me doing these things for them, i.e. you were the unpaid helper. You don't have any of that anymore. And you really slow your life down and you insulate yourself and you protect yourself and you now have boundaries. You can say no, which is the strongest word in the English language. And remember, when you say no to something or someone, you were saying yes to yourself, but you couldn't say no when you're in that relationship because you didn't know what was going on. You just knew that you were trying to get back to that euphoric stage, the beginning of the relationship, when you really thought you hit pay dirt and you had a great relationship going. No, that was the mask. That was a person mirroring back to you what you wanted to see. That was a person mimicking you or copying you to get you to fall in love when they knew they couldn't fall in love. So that's another reason why the narcissist continues to lose, because eventually people, A, figure out who they are, that they are a narcissist or certainly a toxic person. B, they can only blow up so many relationships before something comes back to bite them. C or D, whatever letter I'm on, many times when the narcissist goes on to the new supply, they will find out that that person doesn't have the level of empathy that you have or the level of love that you have, and they will find themselves in a relationship with whom? That's right, with another toxic person. I'm not going to put labels on people, but maybe it's a narcissist, maybe it's a different kind of person, but that person was playing the narcissist. You see, the grass isn't always greener, as the narcissist so frequently believes. They believe that they can just leave a wake of destruction in their path and that nobody will ever figure them out and that nobody will ever put two and two together and nobody will find that needle in a haystack. But guess what? You did, and here you are in the community. And now, if you're thinking about who the new supply was, this is, by the way, I wouldn't be doing this, but if the relationship ended recently for you, I get it. Maybe you are. It's all part of the healing path. I get it. But the new supply, remember, it's not all puppies and rainbows and unicorns and butterflies with the new supply. The new supply probably got a little dose of the fake love bomb stage. And then once the narcissist sank their fangs into the new supply, it was game, set, match until that person either A, figured it out, which is very, very unlikely because you are the person that figures out the narcissistic abusive cycle and actually heals from it, which is you. That's a great thing. Not everybody does that. You really need to understand that. So that person may not even ever get the wisdom. The other thing is that person in the new supply may be so deep in the fog that they just become entranced, like the zombie-like trance-like state, and existing in the narcissistic fog because they are so in it deep that they can't get out. Remember, when you were in the relationship, you were in it deep also. You thought that you couldn't live without the narcissist. You thought that one more day without them would be the very challenging day, and it was. But then what did you do? You broke the trauma bond, you journaled, you meditated, you saw a therapist, you watched videos, you read, you slowed your life down, perhaps you even healed childhood wounds. But as each and every day passed, it got easier and easier. And the healing path and the light at the end of the tunnel was becoming more and more apparent. And what you needed to do was becoming quite obvious. You needed to stay away from these people, i.e. the narcissist. That's why I suggest so frequently on the channel to block them. I know it's not as easy as that, but if you can, that will be one of the wisest decisions you've ever done in your life. Maybe today's the day you actually take action. You say, you know what, Andrew's right. I've been waiting. I'm feeling pretty strong. I think today's the day I can block them. Well, when you do it, make sure you do it and you keep that boundary up. You don't explain, you don't defend, you do nothing. You just hit that magic button, which is spelled B-L-O-C-K. You do it and you don't look backwards. Because remember, we need to take the lifelong learning lessons from the past. We can't predict the future. We need to live in the present moment, the here and the now. And when you do that, when you block the narcissist and when you really heal, and I mean heal, you slow your life down, and you understand that the healing path is not linear. It will take time. It will take a lot of time, but in your time you will heal. When you do that, you understand that getting to where you want to be, it is the best decision you've ever made, meaning away from the toxicity of the narcissist. You need to really get the message. When you reach the pinnacle of indifference, that's when you understand, oh my gosh, all those sleepless nights, all the weight I've gained, all the weight I lost, all the relationships that were blown up. I don't have to deal with any of that any longer. What I get to do is just live my fruitful, abundant life. And if I want to do something, I do it. If I don't, I don't. But I now have boundaries, and that's a good thing. Meanwhile, while you're doing that, what's the narcissist doing? I'll tell you right now, they're doing nothing. They're just abusing more and more people, trying to accumulate more relationships, accumulate more money, accumulate people's time. They're trying to accumulate anything they possibly can, because the narcissist essentially is a hoarder. They hoard relationships, they hoard people's lives, and they blow up whatever they can. And they don't look back, they don't care. Every once in a while, the narcissist, like I mentioned a few moments ago before I got sidetracked, is the narcissist will, because they do compare sources of supply. Remember, you're not supply, you're a beautiful, bright, shining light. But the narcissist doesn't look at you that way. They look at you as supply. So they will be comparing what you did for them and for the relationship when you were in it with the current source of supply. And believe me when I tell you, they will be saying, wow, I really made a mistake. I really blew up the best thing I ever have, which was the relationship with you. See, every narcissistic relationship has an expiration date. I know it, the narcissist knows it, and now you know it. But back then you didn't know what narcissism was because you weren't taught this in school. And why would you think that somebody that you entered a relationship with would try to tear you apart or tear you down? Now we know that not everybody has your best interest at heart. Now we know that not everybody thinks the same way you think. And again, the narcissist is at the top of that list. They don't have anybody's best interest at heart except for themselves. That's why they slither away onto the new supply. And people think many times that they're living their best life and everything is puppies and rainbows. That's not the case. When they slither away onto the new supply, all they're doing is they're going on to a new person who either A, is a toxic person themselves, B, it's a recycled person who hasn't healed, or C, it's somebody like you who doesn't even know that narcissism is prevalent on the planet. Understand what I'm sharing with you. And my eyes are watering because it smells like gasoline around here. So what I'm sharing now is the narcissists, why they continue to lose control, because they blow up everything that they become a part of. And they can't and they won't stop, because they believe that nobody will ever figure them out, that they won't be held accountable, and that they can do whatever they want to do, because they believe that this thing called life is meant for them to use, abuse, and manipulate people. And that's why they continue to go around and around and around, and to take unsuspecting people's time, money, energy, effort, love, and everything from them, because the narcissist doesn't care about anybody but themselves. But this is why they blow up every relationship. This is why the relationship that you were a part of blew up. And that's why the relationship with the new supply, eventually it will blow up as well. So everyone, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from the beautiful Carolinas. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great afternoon, evening, or morning, no matter where you are on the planet. You are not alone. God bless you. You are not alone. I love you all, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. And I'm closing this video a little early because there's a real deep smell of gasoline around here or something, and I can't take it. My eyes are burning. I love you all. God bless you, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.